on Sarah Shinta, Mary Kay's sales director.
Okay.
See if it works this time. uh, you never know with technology.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, I'm on your business page.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, hey, Latressa. Okay,
Mhm.
so we are just yeah, jumping on just to make sure, hey, are we live streaming? I don't know if we are or not. But
It's showing live
oh, it
because I'm
is? Oh
share
my goodness.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm
good.
gonna share it from my page, from your
Oh,
page to
good.
my
That's so exciting. Well, hello, Facebook world. If we are live, I love that. So, okay, and hey, Latressa, and ladies, absolutely. If you have a team member, a guest, like you can absolutely like share them in the or share the video, which I thought it was live streaming, but now I'm not sure if it is or not because I don't see anything, but that's fine. It's fine if it's not. I'm having my own technical issues. Oh wait, here we go. We are live. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so funny. But anyway, ladies, so if you have your self-care items, go ahead and pull them out. And just a little disclaimer. Sarah is feeling a little spicy. So there's no guarantee what might come out of my mouth. So this will be lots of fun. But I want you ladies to share what is like those of you that are on here right now, what is something that you want to learn about skincare? Because that's what we're gonna be focusing on tonight. But is there something that you want to learn, like maybe about um like any specific skincare concern, maybe about a specific product? And if we have time, we might do like a 5 minute makeup look. We will see though. Okay, well, it's
Wait,
crickets
are we
over here.
typing it? Are we typing in the chat or are we just saying it?
Yeah, you could type it in the chat or you could tell me what that is. But yeah, type in the chat if you want, or hey, this is always my good reason to do some self-care. Okay. So anyway, ladies, I love that you guys are on tonight though. Oh, spotlight. That's what I wanted to do. Here we go. Okay, I'm still figuring out technology, but here we are. So, ladies, hi. Thank you so much for being on. My beautiful guests tonight, Darkest, Latressa, and whoever's joining us online, hi. But yes, type in the chat, what is your number one skincare concern? So, tonight we're going to be talking about K Beauty and Glass Skin, which maybe you've heard of that, maybe you haven't. I don't know. And maybe you're here also to, okay, learn a little bit about anti-aging, or maybe you're here to support your consultant. Yay, thank you. Or maybe you are on because you want to learn a little bit more about Mary Kay and why are we so happy and what is it all about? So maybe you want to learn about that too. And if you're watching online, y'all, so on my Facebook page, and Latressa Darkest, you could do this too. Sarah Shinta, Mary Kay Sales Director. It is live. You could share it on your page, share it on your group, but make sure that you say for them to comment that they are there to support you. That way you get credit for them being on because we are in a little contest. Some of you know, but we are in a contest to share these products with 50 women. And once we've reached that goal, well, there's going to be a fun cash drawing, and you want to be a part of that. Okay. But I'm going to jump into the products and then I'm going to share a little bit about me. And I might have you, Latressa, jump on and share a little bit about you in a minute if you are open to that. Um, okay. But the first thing that we are going to do, ladies, is we're going to talk about glass skin. And by the way, there are going to be some giveaways. I know I gotta laugh at myself, but it's fine. But we're talking about skincare because good makeup starts with good skincare. Now, when I first started Mary Kay, I knew nothing about skincare, and well, my skin wasn't in the greatest shape either. And maybe you can relate to that. But the first thing that we're gonna do is I'm going to use this micellar water. So, fun little surprise, even though I work in the beauty industry, I do not wear makeup every single day. Just wanted to let you guys know that. So, I want to feel like my skin is looking great and I feel confident to just go about my day, right? So, that's what I want for you too. Because makeup is not everything, but it makes me feel more confident. So, the first step we're doing is called micellar water. And y'all, if you're watching online, if there's a product that you just have to have, comment what it is and the word sold. That way we know, like, we're going to get you hooked up with that. But micellar water, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it could be a form of double cleansing, which is kind of a staple in the K-Beauty facial. So double cleansing, when you use the micellar water, I didn't even have makeup on. Look what came off my face. Yeah. So I have been running around all day though, like kind of running errands. But type in the chat something fun that you've done today. Like, what have you been up to? I will share a little bit about something that we do. So I am a part of this nonprofit food share. So every week we go and we pick up like a truckload of food, and it's way more than like my family could use. So we always donate our excess to the food pantry. So running around doing all that, like when my husband's working, I kind of, he works in law enforcement. We have 3 kids, so it's not always easy to get things done. But when I'm running around all day, yeah, whatever's out in the pollution. Okay, ninth grade night at the high school. Wow, that seems pretty serious. But look at all of this that came off of my face. That's gross. So, double cleansing. We're gonna talk about that. And I do have some fun stuff to share with you if I'm able to pull it up here. A little bit about glass skin. What is it? Korean skincare trend that is focused on a flawless, smooth, and intensely hydrated complexion. That appears almost translucent like glass. So that's what we want. And the first step to that is double cleansing. Now, if I was just going to bed and I felt like I wanted to be skincare lazy and not like, and maybe, I mean, we've all had those days, but if I just wanted to put this on and call it a night, there you go, because you don't have to rinse it. But I am going to do the Time Wise Repair Foaming Cleanser. So I'm just going to get my face a little bit damp. Now, something that I learned when learning about K-Beauty is to massage your cleanser in for at least 60 seconds, which we'll see if we could do it that long. But the other part of this is that it is anti-aging, and we are not getting younger, right, ladies? We are not getting younger. So we're gonna put our cleanser all over our face, and when you use this in the shower, kind of foams up like a little cloud. So I love that so much. So we're gonna just get it all over, and then we're gonna wash it off. Now, a lot of, K-Beauty is trending right now. So I really had to like look that up, right? Because I had a client of mine asking about it. So literally it's the same ingredients that Mary Kay already has. So maybe K-Beauty is late to the game. I'm just gonna say, because Mary Kay has been around for over 60 years. Now we're gonna wipe off our cleanser. So I always like to remind people of that because I feel like I have PTSD, which all of my team knows this. But when I first had someone try the products with me, it's just practice. I forgot to tell them that part to wipe off their cleanser. So they actually give you a book. They make it really easy. It tells you everything to say when you're brand new. But of course, Sarah, this was the old Sarah. She thought she was too good to read out of a book. But joke was on me because, yeah, I forgot that part. And we did a whole makeup look and they were still having cleanser on their face. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we're wiping that off. Now, the next step in our K-Beauty, and then I'm going to share a little bit about me, and you're actually going to get to hear from one of my team members. Her name is Latressa. We'll hear from her in just a minute. But the next step in our routine here is exfoliating to smooth the texture of the skin and to boost radiance. So the first thing we're going to do, it's around here somewhere. Oh, my little skincare kit makes me so happy. We are going to do the deep cleansing charcoal mask. So it detoxes the skin. And y'all, if your guest was supposed to be on tonight and they weren't able to, they can always watch the replay and they can still count in our drawing, but it does have to be like in 24 hours. So it detoxes the skin and refines your pores. So I'm just gonna like put this all over my face. I have this bougie little mask applicator here, but the charcoal, so charcoal itself has antibacterial properties. So it does help to clear up your skin. Like if you have breakouts, excess oil, anything going on with your skin, you are gonna want to use this charcoal mask. Um, because and also I used to struggle with like large pores and I feel like it made me feel very self-conscious. I don't know if anyone else like went through that, but that's kind of for me, that was my skincare issue prior to Mary Kay. And I just, again, did not know anything about skincare. No one ever taught me. So I just wasn't sure until I became an adult. I feel like I need more. I feel like the type of day that I've had, like y'all know, I've been dealing with some toxic environment, toxic people. Hey. Um, I got a detox. That's what we're doing now, friends. We are detoxing. So, as I'm putting this on, I will share like a little bit about my story briefly. And then I would love for my team member Latressa to share. So, we're going to let this dry, but and thank you so much for being here. Whether you are on live with us, you're watching the replay, but you could be doing a lot of other things tonight, but you chose to be here. And I appreciate you for that. And you are going to get a little something special if you stay on until the end. But, as women, I feel like we are so much alike. Like with working with women for the past 13 years now, I have learned so much about just our hearts and what keeps us going and how God connects each and every one of us in different ways. But in general, like we all want the same thing. We all want to help each other grow. And well, maybe not all. I was not like that at first. I'm just being real. I was hurt. I was in a bad place in my life. If there was anyone too happy, like I was just like, I don't know if I like you because your light is shining so bright and I was stuck in darkness. And I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but that's kind of where my life was at. And but anyway, so when we first started Mary Kay, I was, like we all do something for work. I was working full time. I was going to college full time. I was actually in grad school and planning my wedding. So I was like the busiest person on the planet. Also sang with my church at the time. So there was a lot going on. Anyone else feel like that? Burning the candle on both ends, but I have a little backstory on that. So, growing up, it was chaotic. We all have things that we go through, right? We all have a story, but I was constantly hard on myself, and I struggled with really low self-esteem and depression for pretty much most of my life. And at one point, I had goals, I had dreams and things that I wanted to do, but I kept being told that I would never achieve those things, for whatever reason. One being that, I was diagnosed with autoimmune disease at a very young age and just being told that I would never be able to achieve that life of my dreams. I would never be able to do this, do that. So I stopped believing in myself. I stopped believing that my dreams were possible and I settled. And I don't know if any of you have ever been felt like that before, but I felt like if I went to school and got a great job that, I would feel good about myself and I would feel important and validated like I mattered because I have a title, you know, who cares about that diagnosis that I was given? But anyway, so come to find out, none of that really made me feel any more important. And I just kind of kept going through the motions. And I always felt like something was missing, but I wasn't quite sure what that was. But anyway, maybe you felt like that before, like maybe feeling unfulfilled or struggling with feeling good enough and or worthy. And that was me, like until I just say Mary Kay found me because I'd never heard of the company before. I like your headband, Darkus. That's cute. But I'd never heard of Mary Kay. And long story short, though, I went to try the products like we're doing, and I met this woman. She was so successful. She had a free car. Yes, we can earn free cars in Mary Kay. And she was making six figures. Her highest paycheck was over $13,000 in a month, and I was definitely not making that. And she used to be a teacher, and she had a toddler at home. And I was just amazed at her positive spirit. And I signed up that night and oh my gosh, I earned a car in 4 months, like my first free car. And I never had a brand new car or a reliable car. Let's put it that way. The car I was driving, when I would put on the brakes, it would shake like this. I couldn't even listen to music because it shook so bad that the like radio thing wouldn't work. Anyway, um, but I don't know if you've ever experienced that or even had trouble making a car payment. But now, you know, fast forward to now, so much has changed. You know, I've been married almost 13 years. We have three daughters. So Alana just turned 3, and then Arabella is 5, and Arya is 10. And of course, you know, we want to be there for our children as a mom. So type in the chat, you know, if you all have kids and how many do you have? How old are they? I would love to hear from you. And that's just a little bit about me, y'all. And I want and a little bit about my journey. And my journey continues to evolve. And I find more exciting reasons. But as I let this mask dry, so I'm gonna actually put Latressa on the screen. And I would love for you to share just like maybe 3 minutes, because that'll be how long my charcoal mask will be dry. Like a little bit about you, and then why are you so excited to be growing your team in Mary Kay?
Okay, well, hello everybody. My name is Latressa Jones, and I am an independent beauty consultant with Mary Kay Skincare and Cosmetics. I happen to be a high school teacher during the day, and I call myself a skincare superhero by night and weekends. Um, but what I love about my business is that I'm able to carry over my gift of teaching to skincare classes. I get to teach women how to become the best version of themselves inside and out. I'm able to help women learn methods for taking care of their skin, provide an amazing product to help them sustain that, as well as be able to pour into them and encourage them and motivate them to really become the thing that they're afraid to be, but they know they were meant to be. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm excited about helping women grow and develop their own opportunities to be able to um, have the freedom and flexibility in life that they want to have. I love having fun. And I think that finally I've been able to connect with something with an opportunity that has allowed me to be able to have fun, to be able to teach, to be able to build up and encourage. And so those are some of the amazing things that I love about my Mary Kay business and my ability to be able to just work with women to get out there and get in front of women and fellowship with women and just pour into them and make sure that they leave feeling better than they've ever felt before. So that's why I'm excited about my business. And that's why I'm excited about what we do in Mary Kay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. You know, thank you for sharing that, Latressa, because I knew that I kind of like I put you on the spot, right? I know we're both on camera now, but I put you on the spot. I wanted you to share, you know, Latressa doesn't like to brag on herself, but she is actually on her way to earning her first car with Mary Kay. She's already in a leadership position, moving on up, and I love every time you share. So thank you for being willing to pop on. Even though like totally unexpected, but you did such a great job. So thank you so much for doing that. And okay, so now you've heard a little bit about like what do we love about Mary Kay, a little bit about our story, why we got into it. We're gonna wipe off our mask now. So as you can see, it's starting to dry. Now, if you see like little dots like that and little like I see one up here. Oh my goodness. Okay, yes. Right there. We're getting up close and personal, y'all. Let me just say, you don't have to be perfect to move forward in life, right? You just got to be you. Even if you have some skin imperfections, it's fine. We all do. Now we're going to wipe this off. Now, this charcoal mask, it is not like that peel off mask. You know, like one time I saw this video of this guy, maybe you guys saw this, but he put like a charcoal mask over his whole entire body. And then he tried to peel it off, and it took like all of his body hair with it. All right, this is not that type of mask, just letting you know. But another fun thing that it does is it actually brightens your skin. It has navy bean extract, it has rosemary, it has honeysuckle, it has spearmint, and of course the activated charcoal. Hold on. And bentonite clay. I'm just making sure I'm getting it off, y'all, because one time, like I thought I got it all off. I didn't really look in the mirror, and then I tried to go out somewhere, and then my husband, like, he told me I had a charcoal mustache. Isn't that awesome? All right, so the next product that I want to tell y'all about, so is another exfoliating product. Now, we're probably not going to use it today just because for sake of time, but I am going to tell you about it. It's called the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. OMG. And the facial peel, what it has in it is glycolic acid. So it gently removes dead skin for a brighter, defined look. Now, these two products, oh wait, I have more charcoal mask on my face. This is something that you would do like 2 to 3 times a week. You wouldn't want to do it every single day. You could use it back to back, but I would recommend alternating days on the charcoal and then the glycolic facial peel. But if you're feeling extra, I'll do the charcoal mask and then the facial peel because get all of that detox in off first. And yes, I did say detoxing people, y'all, because I want to just share something with you. And this is totally unrelated, but it's kind of not because we're talking about detoxing your skin. But there comes a point where when you are about to raise to a next level, like not everybody's gonna come with you. Just like all of those blackheads that I just pulled out of my pores, that's not coming with me into my future. Just like certain people are not going to be coming with us into our future, unfortunately, because sometimes, like, the brighter we shine, you know, again, people that are unhappy in their own lives, unfortunately, like to, you know, just like those blackheads in that bacteria, they're like, ooh, I do not like that charcoal mask right now. It is doing too many good things, so I am out of here. And I don't know if you've experienced that, but it's just something that's been on my heart. And anyway, it is time though to detox our life, our mind, our skin, our body. That way we can move forward into that life, that bright, beautiful life and future that God has called us to. And speaking of, so this next product is called the Mary Kay Nourishing Oil. So this is our next step. Pat it into the skin while damp for maximum absorption. Oops, I wiped all my wet moisture off. So it seals in moisture and enhances your dewy glow. So let's just take a look at this product really quick. So this was a part of our Naturally line, but then they made it all by itself. So it has this little dropper. It smells really good too. So it has sweet almond oil, sesame olive oil, not the kind that you cook with, y'all. There is a difference, okay? Certain oils, they can absolutely clog your pores, but all Mary Kay's products are non-comedogenic. I love the way this smells. It kind of smells like vanilla, but you can already see my skin glowing. And you could put this, I mean, anywhere on your skin, on your hands, on your neck, on your feet, I like to use it on my cuticles because they get really dry. Hey Maria, so good to see you, friend, roommate. I miss all of our interesting conversations. Oh my gosh. One of the things I love the most about Mary Kay too are the friendships, and we get to travel. Like Latressa said, we have so much fun. We went to Nashville. It was amazing. They had the best food, the best music. I mean, of course, I love like all of that. Yes, we learn a lot too, but we get to create these relationships with women that, it's different when you're all like having that common mission of helping women, uplifting women, enriching women's lives. Now, the other thing with that though, they got to choose to take it, right? Women, like as women, we might be given this opportunity. We might be praying for something and God opens the door, but it's up to us to actually step into that door and not let fear like put up a doorstop, right? And not let fear like get in the way of us moving forward, which how often do we do that? And then when we're feeling fear, what do? Like blame other people, other things. I'm saying all this because I have been there myself. I lived in a state of fear for so long, just like being sick, and believing what the doctors were saying about me versus what the Bible says, which is opposite, by the way. So, all right, moving on. We want to keep going with that dewy, glowy skin, right? So, the next thing we're going to do is the advanced lifting serum. And then we are also going to talk about our day and our night cream. So let me go back to our little page here with all of our fun products. So, lifting serum. So it firms and tightens the skin. Yes, I like to call this Spanx for your face, right? So you're going to start it at your neck and then kind of upward and outward motion. And it helps to lift and firm the skin because, as we age, gravity is not our friend. And yes, I'm not gatekeeping any of my skincare secrets because everyone always asks me, like, what do you do? Do you get Botox? No, ma'am, I do not. I've never got Botox, but I have been using Mary Kay for the past 13 years. Actually, February is my 13-year anniversary with Mary Kay. And I get more excited as time goes by. Yes, even when there are obstacles and opposition. To me, the Bible says, consider it pure joy when you face opposition or trials of any kind, right? Because it's building us up. It's building our perseverance, our strength. So I'm like, all right, okay. I don't know if anyone else has been going through some interesting things lately, but the next thing we're going to do is our Time Wise Repair Eye Cream, which I use this every day. It has this really special metal tip, but it has it helps with fine lines, puffiness, dark circles for brighter and firmer eyes. So I want to show you though this like metal tip. So it's a special type of metal. It's an alloy that, ooh, I better open up a new one here soon. The alloy and hey Tina, so what it does is it actually always stays cold, and the metal tip reduces puffiness and swelling, which y'all, I have definitely been dealing with some puffier eyes lately. I don't know if it's allergies or what. I mean, I have been crying like every week at church too. That'll give you some puffy eyes. And then just having like, these praying moments with God. Ever have those times where you just cry it out? Yes. I do have 3 small children, so it happens, friends. We don't talk about that enough either. Like the struggles of being a mama of young children and multiple young children, or even just one, right? It's not easy, and I feel like it tests like the core of our being. So self-care is so important psychologically, to take that 5 minutes to unwind, take care of ourselves, investing in our own well-being. Skincare and makeup is part of it for me and so many other women, right? Now, one of the great things about Mary Kay is you have a personalized beauty consultant. So it's not like you're going to Ulta where I don't know, I might get kicked off of social media by name dropping, but they don't actually care. I had a 9-year-old come into my studio who said she was buying retinol from Ulta and her skin was so bad. Like, they'll just let anybody walk in and get retinol, like hyaluronic acid, just things that children should not be using on their skin. And I am saying that because we do have a skincare line that is for younger people. So if you have one of those younger people in your life, definitely reach out to your beauty consultant because she would love to help you. So this last part we're going to talk about is moisturize and protect. So we're locking in hydration, strengthening the skin barrier. So, day cream and a night cream. This is something that you would use every day, just like our eye cream and our lifting serum and our cleanser. So the day cream is one of my favorite products, hydrates while protecting the skin from sun damage. And it also helps with lines and wrinkles, okay? And dark spots on the skin, moisturizing. And then your night cream, it deeply replenishes overnight for radiant skin in the morning. Um, and I like to think of it like little pink elves, like come out at night and iron out your wrinkles. Yes, I love that. All right. So I feel like, I don't know if we're going to do our 8-minute makeup look tonight. I'm probably going to save that because I have some makeup looks that I really want to do. And it's getting late. I still got to put 2 of my kids to bed. So I just want to jump on here and have a little self-care. Take a little self-care break for y'all. So I'm actually going to do our night cream. So the night cream, it has retinol. And what's really fun about this night cream and the day cream, so it has an airless pump. So when you press it, like you put your fingers right here in the grooves and it comes out of the top just like that. And a little bit goes a long way. So you are just going to put it on your face. And I want to tell you something, like I am absolutely my best customer. I know Darkus, Latressa, Maria's on here tonight. We're all our best customers. We don't just represent Mary Kay for no reason. It's because the products work. And it's not just about the products either. I mean, there's so much more to being a part of Mary Kay. So anyway, that is our night cream and I'm feeling pretty good. And if you're doing your skincare with me, I know you're probably feeling pretty good too. And I am actually going to go over now the products that we did tonight. And I want you to type in the chat though, what was your favorite thing that we talked about? And I want to hear from you. And I also want to ask you, like, if you're watching live, if you love free stuff, type the word free in the comments because your consultant, including myself, is on a mission right now to share the product because we have a brand new line of products that just came out for the spring. So she needs to share the product with 30 women in 30 days to practice, to get feedback, and to grow her business deep and wide. So we are going to gift a mystery free product to every single one of you that's willing to gather 3 to 5 of your favorite girlfriends for a skincare or a makeup beauty experience. It could just be you as well. And if you're in person, we do have a studio if you're local that you could come to, or it can be virtual, like I said. Now, you can also earn up to $100 in free product, but ask your consultant about that. We love to give away free stuff if you're willing to help us out and give your feedback on the product. So, put the word free in the chat and we're going to have you pick a number between 1 and 6 because I have some fun little cards here. And whatever's on the back of the card, that's what you're going to get as your gift at your session with your consultant. Okay, now I'm going to check the comments because I can't see everyone that's commenting right now. But, so yes, we commented what did we love the most about everything that we tried. Latressa said lifting serum. And then what I'm also going to do, y'all, is I'm going to share again the products that we did. And I'm also going to share a couple of fun specials. Okay. So let me let me share my screen. Charcoal mask, Darkest love the charcoal mask. Yes, I love that too. Okay, so screen share. Let me go back to this and then we are going to look at this here. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go over what we tried tonight. Now, there are some specials, and I just want to share this. The specials are not on our website. So if you want to take advantage of the specials, you got to like message your consultant with that, and she will hook you up, okay? But tonight, what we did the time-wise repair. All right, so the time-wise repair is the first thing that we did up here at the top. And it has your foaming cleanser, your lifting serum, your day and your night treatment, and then your eye cream. So this is your everyday anti-aging. Now, we do have some other skincare lines, as you can see. So the Ultimate Miracle Set, that one is also anti-aging. Doesn't have any retinol though, and it's a little lesser of a price point. So if you're like maybe like 19 to 25, this could be a great line for you. Or, you know, if you're pregnant or nursing and you don't want to use retinol, you could use the Ultimate Miracle Set. Now, the Mary Kay skincare set, that's the one I was talking about for younger people between the ages of 8 and 18. It's very simple. There's no harsh ingredients. You know, Mary Kay follows the EU standards, the European Union guidelines, which is kind of a big deal because that's the cleanest beauty you can get. And then our Clear Proof is specifically for acne, which teens could use that as well. We do have a men's line, but for some reason we left that off. Oops, I'm sorry. But in the middle row, we have a bunch of fun goodies that, you know, are great supplements for anti-aging. And okay, today though, we talked about the Revealing Radiance. So that was our facial peel that we talked about that removes 3 layers of dead skin cells, gives you that nice glow, helps with lines and wrinkles. We did not talk about the microdermabrasion, but I keep this in my shower and it's a really fine scrub and it actually deep cleanses your pores. It's the same treatment you could get at a spa, y'all. Mary Kay, their product line, a lot of it is considered dermacosmetic, so it's something that you could get at a med spa, but you can only get Mary Kay products guaranteed through a beauty consultant. Our multi-masking, oh my goodness. So we did our charcoal mask tonight. We did our applicator. Now this also comes with a cream moisture mask and it just launched, by the way. So ask your consultant about that because it may not even be on the website yet. And then, wow, okay. So going down to the third row, pencils and erasers. We didn't really talk about like the makeup remover, the eye makeup remover, but it is top in the world. You can Google it. Mary Kay eye makeup remover. It's like up there in the top 3. And then we did our micellar rinseless cleansing water. And it also comes with a waterproof eyeliner if you wanted to get it as a set. All right. And then way down at the bottom here, you're going to see our nourishing oil. So again, that is something that you could use every single day. It is not just for your face either. You could use it anywhere. So up at the top though, you see some of our specials. So you could get, and this is how you're going to get a discount on your products tonight, but I'm going to share how you could get an even greater discount on your products and possibly, I mean, really make some extra money on the side too. Who wouldn't love that? I know I do. So, all right, your princess set, any 4 sets for $199, just to give you an example. Your repair set counts as 4 sets. So you get a little discount there. I love that. Your queen, pick any 6 sets. So you could do your repair, your facial peel, and your multi-masking set. That would be 6. And then your Cadillac, well, you could do your repair, your facial peel, multi-mask, and then you could pick 2 more. So your facial peel, and let's say, you know, you wanted this replenishing serum C plus E. So that's your Cadillac. And the Queen and the Cadillac, ladies, they actually come with this amazing bag. Let me just show you. Her name is Ida. I forgot I had this on my lap. That's funny. Anyway, her name is Ida, and she hangs as a little hook. And then these even come off. So if you just want to take one with you, boom, there you go. And then you are going to, you just roll this baby up. When we went to Nashville, all my roommates, they all had a roll-up bag because it is the best and it's convenient and just goes right in your suitcase. So you're going to get her for free. Now, I know I took that screenshot off, but your consultant is going to send it to you. So don't be worried about that. And you could definitely send me a message if you need a copy of it. But the last thing, y'all, I want to share is really quick is a little I want to see if you have some questions for me first of all. And specifically, yes, you can ask questions about the product, but I want to hear like what do you guys think is the number one reason why someone would want to join a Mary Kay business? And I will share a little bit about it too. And even if it's not for you in a million years, do not tune out because you might be one of those people that I was talking about, or you might know someone that is looking for a side hustle or an easy way to make money online. Do you have to go live? No, you do not. I like to do it, but I know not everybody does. So you could very simply invite them to what I'm already doing. And another thing I hear a lot is, I am afraid to talk in front of people. Well, great. You don't have to. What I did for the first while is I just invited guests again to whatever my director is doing. And I learned from her, and that helped to grow my confidence because even though, yes, we are our own boss and we are in business for ourselves, we are not by ourselves. We have an amazing team. And one of the great honors that I get is to lead women and teach them and coach them. But I will say this too. If you don't want the coaching, you don't have to take it. But for me personally, I absolutely loved that Mary Kay came with a built-in mentor for me. And my director was probably the first person that was ever like, Sarah, I believe in you. You can do this. And I may have had one other person in my life, which was my grandma, who just always constantly was believing in me no matter what. And that's kind of what I felt when I joined Mary Kay was like, wow, they think I could do this despite, my chronic illness and despite what everybody else says about me. That's like God, isn't it? He is like, people may say this, but I know you and I know what's possible because with God, anything is possible. So anyway, moving forward from that, our company motto, I love this so much too, and is God first, family second, career third. And for me, being a part of Mary Kay has helped me so much, grow closer to God and just learn how to be a better mom, a better wife, a better friend. I have learned so much in Mary Kay, more than I've ever learned in college. When I went to school, got all the degrees, I would have kept going to get my doctorate, but I was like, Mary Kay, I've learned so much in Mary Kay, more than any degree will ever give you, because degrees are not going to give you life skills. They're not going to give you the personal growth. They will give you titles that we can hide behind. And I'm saying that because that was me for so long. I hid my depression. I hid my pain behind these titles. And Mary Kay gave me a safe place to grow where I didn't have to hide anymore. I could just be me and the me that God has created me to be. I don't have to hide and I don't have to pretend. And that may not be everyone's cup of tea. Someone said once that 10% of the world will never like you. And that's fine because God, that's why. He's the only opinion I really care about. But that's why, I'm so passionate about sharing Mary Kay with other women, with you listening tonight, because it's changed my life in so many ways and continues to. Even recently going through some health stuff, going through life stuff. I have the flexibility in my schedule that I am able to take time off or be there if my kid, for one of my daughters, if they have a field trip or if they need to be homesick. And it's like, I have that freedom. Driving a car that is paid for, 85% of their insurance is paid for. What? I mean, I don't know of any other opportunity in the world that is quite like Mary Kay and the amount of money that you can make. I mean, my highest paycheck so far has been over $15,000 in a month. And I am not sharing that to brag, y'all, because at first I never thought I would make that. But also, I am not the exception. There are more women that make six figures at Mary Kay than any other company in the world. So I am definitely not the exception. My mentor, her highest paycheck has been over $50,000. And there's women that have made even more than that. But it's not about the money or the cars or the trips you can earn, the diamonds. I forgot to wear my diamond. It's fine. I usually like take it off the first thing I get home. I'm like, let me take off all my jewelry. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but it's really not about that. Of course the friendships, are amazing, but it's just how rare, ladies, do we get to take the time out like we're doing tonight and just press the pause button on life and fill ourselves up, whether it's with skincare or what I'm sharing with you tonight. We don't always do that. We don't always take care of ourselves or make ourselves a priority. And I am challenging you to do that. Start choosing you, because when you start choosing you, the loved ones that you have in your life are going to thank you, and they are going to benefit from you filling yourself up, y'all. And we all have things that are weighing on us right now. Like, I would be lying if I said I didn't have my own things that were weighing on my heart. And I want you to think about like how life would be different for you. Like, maybe you're struggling with your finances. Or maybe you want to meet new friends that are actually good people and love God and love others. No drama allowed on my team. I'm just putting that out there. Straight up. Like, we love each other. Or maybe you're struggling with depression or, self-esteem, or maybe you hate your job. Like, I don't know. Everybody's going through different things, but I know you're probably thinking of that now. And I just want to, say this too. There is literally never a right time to do anything. There's never a right time to decide to make a change in your life. I hear all types of different things that I'm too busy. Well, if I could teach you how to fit this in, would you be willing to try? I don't know anybody. Good. Well, we could teach you how to meet people and make new friends and meet new people. You're not a salesperson? Great. Because we don't want you to be. We don't want you to be pushy, like I hear a lot of people say that. No, that is not what we do. Is we teach and we educate. But it's not being a pushy salesperson, because I personally, no, I don't like that. Now, if you have goals, that's a little different. Like, yeah, we could push ourselves towards a better life. And I will always be that person to encourage you to grow. And some people don't like that. Not everyone's ready to grow. They would rather stay comfortable because that's easy, right? Again, we're getting out of our comfort zone tonight. Right, y'all? We're detoxing our skin, we're detoxing bad habits, bad thoughts, toxic people. Bye-bye. And then again, I mean, there's so many different things that could hold us back. Fear. I'm afraid to talk in front of people. I mean, I was too. I had really low self-esteem. I did not feel confident. And being a part of Mary Kay and has taught me that confidence, but God confidence, let's put it that way too. But also baby steps. Like, we get to do this at our own pace, at whatever pace we're comfortable with. And most people are like Latressa, like I was when I started working a full-time job, having kids and doing this and doing that and sprinkling Mary Kay in. So you could literally have a link, people can shop on your link, and you get paid right away. So there's no minimums to be able to do that. And I love that. So why not take a chance on yourself? You know, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? And I will share the startup options too, but it is $35. Like I just spent that on gas. I spent that at, you know, just random stupid things, Amazon, Valentine's Day things, like just random things that are never going to make a difference in our life. But this is like you're starting a business. You're getting some skin in the game, right? And at the very least, you're getting a discount on your own products, right? So anyway, I'm sharing that with you because, again, it may not be for you, but you might be thinking of someone right now that would be really great, and you could be our talent scout. Anyway, ladies, I just love connecting with women, you know, and I think my favorite part of Mary Kay is helping women to dream again about maybe dreams that they forgot about from when they were a little girl. Like I know I forgot I didn't even know how to dream anymore because life had beat me down so badly. And, you know, not just dream again, but making those dreams a reality. So I would love to connect with you. If that is you and you're at that place where you're like, you know what, I am ready to make a change in my life. So it's $35. Let me share that. And again, you get your own website, you get everything you need to like start making money and getting the training, getting into this. And then of course there's also a pro start. If you're a bargain shopper, this is a no-brainer because it's 90 and you get over $400 of full-size product. What? So anyway, if you want more information on this, I would absolutely love to share with you. You know, reach out to your consultant. You can absolutely reach out to me. I'd be glad to share more with you. But thank you so much for being on tonight and just listening and being willing to think a different thought. And my challenge to you tonight is what is toxic in your life that needs to be removed? Maybe you need a charcoal mask to detox. You know, maybe it's detoxing from the news or social media for a week. Am I allowed to say that on here? I don't know, but we did. Or maybe it's certain people that you know are just toxic, or maybe they're just mean to you and disrespectful and like we need to just get them out of here, right? Pray for them and release them, but what is it that is weighing you down? Anyway, friends, well, God bless you. I'm so glad we got to spend time with each other tonight, and I cannot wait to hear from you. And your consultant is going to reach out if you were on tonight. So all right, ladies, have an awesome blessed week, and we will see you next Thursday.